And I'm back now with another review today. And today I thought I would start in vehicle mode and do the review in the opposite direction just to mix it up a little, so they don't just get all very monotonous. So here is Transformers Studio Series Gamer Edition Barricade. And this car mode is absolutely wicked looking, and it's quite big, as you'll see in a little while when I bring in his Siege comparison of Barricade. It is a big bot, and I have to say it actually looks very good, very Cybertronian. Got the big thrusters and stuff in the back, got all those little details all picked out in paint, and even you can see there just along the panel lines you have that little bit of purple just breaking it up. Big Decepticon logo in the front and a big bull grill at the very front of the car. Definitely a very cool concept of a car. It does sort of hinder him a wee bit in robot mode, which we'll have a look at afterwards, but it does clean up very well in vehicle mode. See if it's just not quite tabbed. There it is from the front, side, rear, and the top. It's definitely very nice. So here he is alongside the Siege version, and as you can see, he has quite a bit more to him than the Siege version. Siege version is a lot more sleek, I think, but definitely a very good Cybertronian battle ready vehicle. It does come with this rifle, again very well sculpted, as you can see, but just could do with a little bit of paint just to pick out those details. Once again, I'll probably do them myself just to sort of bring it up, but the gun can store on top. Weapon storage. As in the previous couple of reviews, I'll do the transformation video separate just to cut down time, and again, I think it's helpful when you can just pick up a video to see how to transform if you're struggling with a bit. So we go from him looking like this to looking like this. And the robot mode definitely has a little bit of kibble hanging off it. I'll show you my preference and stuff, but this is what it's supposed to look like in robot mode. As you can take a look here, I don't mind this backpack bit coming over the top. Actually looks pretty cool. A lot of people have issues with the eyes looking like as if he's crying. Again, I don't really have much issue with that. That's kind of the design from the game. Biggest flaws I get with is the feet. As you can see, they're just big flat panels, and we get down to articulation, it definitely shows. So for facing profile, definitely doesn't look bad. I love the chest piece. Side profile, not too bad at all. Got all this bit hanging off the back, but it has to go somewhere. It actually cleans up pretty well, all things considered. So articulation, you have a very tight head joint or ball joint at the head, but it can do the full 360. It's just very tight, and I'm not pushing it. Sorry about that. So the arms can do a full 360 around, just trying to maneuver around this back piece. Elbows, very limited. I mean, you're not even getting 90 degrees there. It's all the sort of bits here, these big chunks sort of there. The wrist has got a swivel, but again, this panel here is definitely, this panel here is just blocking it. Definitely not a great design there in my opinion. He has got a waist swivel, which is good. No ab crunch. Let's get the arm up out of the way. So Leg can go all the way forward, all the way back, and very limited out. That is literally as far out as the legs are going to go. You have next to no, like 45 degrees maybe, knee bend. Again, it's more to do with the transformation, with all this bit sort of hanging off the back. And the foot can go up due to transformation, a little bit down, and you have no ankle pivot. As you can see, the ankles are naturally pivoted to the side. It's not just straight. As you can see, this angled sort of foot, but articulation is not great on this figure, in fairness. Looks cool, but definitely doesn't really strike much of a pose. And again, he has the gimmick of ripping his arm off and attaching his gun. Pretty sure you are able to store with this tab. It stores arm on his back. Yeah. And of course, you can store his gun on his back. And just for comparison, here is Barricade with his Siege counterpart, or Siege version. Not so much difference. Obviously, he's a little taller. There's not as much difference, I think, in the robot mode, as there's such a big difference in vehicle mode. But there you go, scale. And just because he's close at hand, here he is with the Studio Series Gamer Edition Optimus Prime. So definitely scaled that bit better, I think, with this new line. So just before we go to final thoughts, I'm just going to show you the configuration that I prefer him in, because I think it just gives him that bit more of a better look. I actually prefer, this is sort of reverse transforming him, I actually prefer the wheels down on the sides of the leg. I think it just, I don't know, you tell me. I just think he looks a bit more sleeker like that. Each to their own, I suppose, but that's just my preference. So, final thoughts wise, I think he is actually the weakest of the three in this wave, but he is still a pretty cool bot to have. I'm definitely glad I have him in my collection. If they do any sort of recolors of this, I definitely won't be picking them up. I think that, you know, the mold's not fantastic. They would have to retool it a great bit for me to be anyway interested. But I think Barricade in himself is definitely a very nice figure. Definitely, if you can only pick up two, definitely Optimus and Bumblebee are definitely the ones to pick up. And I don't think I said definitely enough there. But, like I says, there I go again. He is the weakest of the three, I think, but it doesn't make him a bad bot. I actually really like the figure. I think the alt mode is very cool. Robot mode leaves a little to be desired with the wheels there on the legs sort of hanging off. I think you can get better poses from him with the wheels down by the sides of his legs. But if you like them up there, then you win. And that's it for today, guys. Thank you for watching as always. Till next time, stay awesome.